Okay, I've just experienced Satan in V2K. As I say, he's under God's remit, and it was in Genesis 3 that he put him under his feet. So he's literally an employee, and he looked absolutely beautiful, you know, like very magnetising. A lot of these people in V2K under his spell, you know, like you know, it's not as black and white as what he's still like very you know, crafty and stuff like that, but he's still like God is, you know, like has commanded him, you know, like in his ways and stuff, and he's more or less an employee, but you know, like to prove the sword the other way around. So like he hasn't really got control over anything. All he can really do is create mischief and tests and stuff that God well knows about. You know, from what I've been aware, God like does discipline him now and again. You know, I've actually felt full-on fights in V2K because I know that they've got him trapped, or you know, like a link to some sort of dimension or portal somewhere where he's active. They shouldn't be messing with this stuff, you know, like because it can like pour out entities into the world, which are probably already active, especially with the Hadron Collider, from what I understand, God's showed me. But Satan was absolutely beautiful, you know, like all these people, celebrities and stuff, are absolutely sort of mesmerised by his charm, because he's an angel, you know, like he's in a different state of being to us, you know, like we've fallen under sin, so he can come across as quite superior, you know, like it's like I liken it to like Madonna, early Madonna. She had this kind of magnetism in her spirit, you know, like but it was very Jezebel. We couldn't stop looking at her, you know, like you know, like they claim, I think it's because that they have active sex with Satan in an esoteric fashion, which is not purely physical. It's like elements and science and, you know, all that kind of manipulation. You know, like these people, you know, like partake in this to become like extra special and famous and have like this angelic side, which is something that I don't possess, as you can see, because I don't have sex with Satan. You know, just like an egghead. But you know, a lot of these stars do, and I think it gives them extra pizzazz. But God says that you always did have it, fearfully and wonderfully made. But it must be the gas of you know, like in being involved that way with a satanic figure. You know, Lucifer. I don't know if he's just like showing me his better side, but he says like because I've got the, you know, dubbed with the cross of God, you know, like he has to behave, you know, like can't touch me, you know, as a prophet. So he does show his best side, but you know, like he kind of makes a fool of the world. You know, like if they don't follow God's instructions, you know, like you're gonna be like hammered by him, you know, like but it ain't black and white. And you know, like I think, you know, like these men especially that are kind of having sort of esoteric sex with Satan, no woman could compare really. You know, like because he's very you know, stunning, you know, like in himself, as God created him. I'm not sure about like this burning in hell look. I mean, like that could be, you know, like his spirit or whatever, but like from what I saw in V2K, you know, he's a very mesmerising person. But he says that he's tested me to the absolute, and I've had clips on my spirit, you know, so I wouldn't be tempted to fall, you know, like they looked after this long before that my gifts were opened up. You know, I'm not interested in having sex with Satan in V2K, but you know, like it's almost like a brother, you know, like it's very strange because it sounds like I'm sort of bigging him up, but he's not, you know, like God still loves him, even though like he plays it up now and again. But yeah, I think he wants to reconcile him back to himself some way. It's all very sort of different. I think it's beyond our thinking what God's going to do with Satan. You know, like it's beyond our thinking totally. I know that there's hell and stuff for those who, you know, keep disobeying with sin and stuff. I'm not big in bacon. Satan up. You know, like, because if you do mess with that, you know, you're going to be subject to him and his Mickey taking, basically, because like, that's what he'll do. So, like, God is the law, and he ain't to be messed with.